Hello, Mexi Witches. Today is, I'm not even sure which day it is, the 6th day of Yule, but in the Nordic Germanic religious beliefs, the day is for moderation. And I'm sorry if the camera wiggles at all. I have chosen 3 runes, and I just noticed in my runes there are 2 that are, basically the same. But I'm using this one for Osala, I believe it is called, and that's property. The reason why I put property as moderation is because of the fact that many people own property, and they have and I'm not just talking land like geographical property. I am talking about regular old, everyday property, clothing and items, possessions, that kind of property. And that, since it is moderation today, a lot of people have a tendency to overbuy, over collect, and being as it's moderation, I'm talking about being moderate in your property. Give away what you cannot use anymore, do not like anymore, or never used in the first place. Maybe it was what am I trying to say? Impulse buy. Don't buy a lot of land or do it because the Joneses are. Oh, she's got this and she's got, oh, believe me, I've been through that. I see a lot of YouTube witches, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I want to have that. Oh, I need to have that. But reality, you open your purse and you're like, oh, but I can't afford that. So you do things in moderation. You either save your money for a later purchase or whatever of the item, or you figure out a cheaper way to make the item, using your skills, so buying things, spending your finances that nowadays you usually have to go for bills or rent or fixing things. Economy just isn't like it used to be, and way back when they used to trade things, so bargaining is good, but still, moderation in property. That's why I had the Osala rune, even though that's not the rune. I mean, it doesn't have the extended out toward the top. It's like cut off. Like, it looks like that to me. But either way, those are used. Now, I also put in Gabo again, as that's the gift. But I have that as in exchanging of oaths and your generosity. Moderation in oaths and vows is needed. You cannot just go around willy-nilly promising this and oathing that and vowing this. It just, those are saved for special people and special times. You need to have moderation in your gift giving, or people will take advantage of that. There's a balance you need between generosity and moderation. Giving of yourself is good, but if you give too much, then you make yourself sick, or people will take advantage of you. So you need to moderate what you give of yourself or of your goodness, of your abundance, of your oaths, and of your vows. Sorry about that. So that's why I had Gable. Now the last one, Kiwaz, I hope I'm saying that right. That's Tyr, the sky god, right there. Pointing upward to the gods. And this is, I have that one there in moderation for balance. You need balance in many things. In your moderation, you need to, like I was just saying, you need to balance it out. Otherwise, you could be taken advantage of. Your goodness can be taken advantage of, and that wears you down. You need to have a balance of, and this is something I'll be working on in my self-help year of 2017, balancing out my emotions, balancing out my impulses, balancing out my food intake. I am doing a lot of self-work for myself in 2017. So there will be a lot of ups and downs, rounds and rounds, but I am seeking more joy and seeking, as Arwen Lynch says, seeking joy. I need to do that in my life. I had it once before, and I could tell the difference in my health, emotionally, mentally, and physically, of when I was healthier, had more joy, and had less issues. Let's just put it that way. So I'm trying to get back to that, and yeah. So that's that's what I'm working on in the coming year. Just being more. It's. Some people say it's selfish to do that, but I don't think it is. If you need to moderate things in your life, get rid of things or people, or work on yourself, I don't think that's selfish. I think that is extremely healthy for yourself. And you being who you only you really know your body. Not even your doctor knows your body as well as you do. So, weird. Sorry, just got cut off there. That was just extremely weird. Being as I have minutes on here, I chose the card Temperance. Now you can see in the card, there's an abundance of water there. Just an abundance. But Temperance is, sorry about the shadow and the glare, is sharing just a bit. Do not suck up all the water. Take just a bit. Moderation, right there. Now, I chose Temperance because of the balancing. You have balance in your moderation. Same as Tyr's, or Tires, or however you say his name, his rune. You have to have control. And it takes a lot to have control over addictions and stuff like that. Because even shopping and buying things can be an addiction. But you need moderation in that also. You need to have control over certain things. You need to gain that control. And if you can't, you need to get some kind of outside help to help you learn to control these addictions that can blow your moderation way out of the water. You need discipline, discipline in controlling what you buy or what you give of yourself. You can give and give and give and give, and people will take, and it will make you sick. And I am speaking that from personal experience. So you need to moderate, show discipline over yourself. And that in itself is a very wise decision and courageous. So you're hitting a few virtues just by, taking control and disciplining yourself, that you're not going to be doing that anymore. And it brings harmony between the material and the earthly material and even the spiritual. The gods don't expect you to keep giving and giving and giving and never getting anything from them. So you need to have make some kind of a harmonious transition. Oh Lord, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. Even in your temperament, you need to be that way. Patience and self-control. Self-control is totally, part of moderation. You have to get a hold of yourself and say, wait a minute, I don't need any more plates or cars or whatever, whatever it is you're collecting or hanging on to. So you got to learn to do things frugally. Be more frugal in your things. Like some people go out and they their addiction is shopping, and they go out all the time, like weekly or whatever, whenever they see a sale in the paper or whatever. And I say, one way of controlling that is to put the money you would have used aside and instead shop, like on the equinoxes and the solstices, just every once in a while. I know that is extremely hard for some, but I'm just giving out an idea of what you could do. It's a self-adjustment, to try to control certain things and use moderation. But it strengthens your spirit when you do use moderation, and brings about good omens to you, because people see, wow, you're living frugally, you're saving money, you're not just collecting all these things because so on and so forth has them, or you're gaining control over your addictions, and that could be drug, alcohol, shopping, gambling, stuff like that. I definitely I advise, I'm no doctor or anything like that, no therapist or whatever, but I advise, if you have a hard time living moderately and you got stuff all over the place that you really don't use or don't need or whatever, I suggest like what I do for generosity in my building, like I had in my generosity video. I just throw things that I don't need or don't want or don't use but is in good condition in a box, and I put it out at my building's front entrance. And already that box I just stuck out there a couple of days ago, empty. I think there's like a few things left in it, and that'll probably go in the trash, or somebody will donate them, like the building landlord picks it up and donates. So yeah, that is what I have to say about moderation. So get me a match here, and I am lighting this candle in the name of moderation. I will use moderation today. I will encourage others to use moderation in their lives. Love you guys. Blessed be. Bye.